Without him, I wouldn't have achieved anything. He really shaped me as a climber.
Everything I know about climbing, I know from him. I really always looked up to him.
He is maybe the biggest influencer of the Tyrolean climbing scene, both indoor and outdoors. He developed so many thousands of routes, and at the same time he was running the climbing gym in Innsbruck and made it happen that we get the biggest climbing gym in Austria.
I want to hear about your life as a climber.
A lot of questions. Where can I start? I was born in the eastern part of Tyrol, near Lienz, high up in a small village in the mountains. My life as a climber started when I was about 14. We saw some climbers and we just thought, okay, we can try this. My father told me to go to the mountain rescue. We started to make our first exercises there. Red helmet, short trousers. When I started sport climbing, I realized really quick that I have a certain talent. I did one of the first 8 Cs here in Austria in 1991. This was the first guidebook in Tyrol, 1990. That's me rappelling down the Mountainwand. This is the multi-pitch roof, it's 8A+, and this is Jungle Fever, it's 8C+ now. This is the cave, a lot of skiing and climbing. It was clear from the beginning on, without roots, there won't be any climbing. Here you can see the oldest bolts, huh? These are the bolts that we started with. We made them for our own. At the beginning, I just made my notice which routes I climbed. This is when I started climbing, 81. I still write down how many routes I'm bolting. Right now, I'm close to 1,500 pitches. This is my book, my Tourenheftel.
He was one of the reasons why I love the sport a lot.
Raini saw me climbing somewhere and he asked me if I want to join his team. It was about the whole lifestyle, about being a climber.
We went to Arco just to feel the spirit about climbing.
That's where I finally tried something harder and actually got psyched.
What I noticed is that if you have a lot of emotion, a lot of spirit in a small team with cool boys and cool girls, you can create a lot of power. The big football stadium was finished in 2000. They made also construction to put in a climbing wall. Tivoli has grown there.
From the first day on, we started training there. We had 2 sessions in the morning. We started at 6:30. We had the gym for ourselves and we tried really hard.
In the back there was this bouldering area, like really small.
Like, we had a lot of hard routes on the wall. There were super hard holds on the bouldering area.
15 years ago, Tivoli was one of the better gyms, just because Raini made sure that we get hard routes.
Athletes from around the world, they started coming to Tivoli, seeing where they are strong, where we are stronger. Innsbruck just started to become the center where everybody came.
Our success exploded.
There was a lot of winning. It was such a huge step for our climbing scene.
The more good results there are, the more the sport also grows.
5 years after opening Tivoli, I realized we have to do something.
We really needed the new gym.
In 2007, I started to discuss politicals and sponsors to help us to create a new gym. It took me more than 10 years to get to KI. These are the plans for this climbing gym with the 2 towers, the big overhanging here, the 3 towers outside. This is the office tract with PD and the Federation.
He was sitting days and nights working on his small model, and he took out the lead wall and we can put it here and we can put it there.
Shouldn't we make this one steeper or more flat, or should we put this one here? I loved it. We had to put all the 3 disciplines that we can make competitions and do our regular training.
You need a big climbing gym if you want to grow the sport.
It was always important that we put the athletes and the normal customers together. I wanted that the 6B climber can have a look at Jakob Schubert at the same time. All in all, we have about 250 lines, so it's more than 600 routes in the gym. There are always 30 routes from 80 plus and more. If you want to climb hard, you have to climb hard. 80 plus, 8C, 8C plus, 90 plus, 8B, 8C, 8B, 9A, 90 plus, 8B plus. For the athletes, I wanted it to be a bit more overhanging and a bit more longer than in official competitions. So they have to train more than they need for the international competitions. The bigger the climbing surface is, the more people are coming. Everybody passes here to watch each other, to check the level.
A lot of athletes get attracted by the hard routes. They want to train here, they want to prepare for the comp season here.
These are the three main towers. It's the speed tower, the competition tower and the public tower. You climb up, you see the whole town, you see the rivers. I'm really proud of it.
You look at the wall and you see the mountains behind. You are outside. It's way nicer to train there.
Everybody who comes in climbing here, also in the easy route, I want to show them this is climbing. We want to show you how cool climbing is. I started bolting routes really early. I discovered this with a friend of mine. In 3 months it was finished, from 6B to 8A plus. This rock is the name of the multi-pitch route. It's 9 pitches, 6C. I don't give my routes any more names, just the grades and that's it. So I don't need any more topos. The people just arrive and they know what's going on. Keep it simple. Not only bolting hard routes, but also the easy ones, 4A, 5Bs.
He can be alone, only with the rock, with the nature, with his drilling machine, to create something new and leave behind what happened over the whole day.
I want to be in places where nobody has been before. And I like to be in the mountains alone. I like the silence out there, because all the day I'm busy with thousands of people. So maybe this is my therapy.
Raini is so essential for this whole story. He's just a guy that's like crazily into climbing and he makes you feel it. That's how you also fall in love with the sport.
I got so much out of climbing and I really want to pass that passion on to younger athletes to show them how great climbing is.
Yes, we are finished. The thing that I realized after all these years is it doesn't matter how hard you climb, it's just that you do it with your heart. At Jakob, when he won the bronze medal in Japan, and I showed him number 3 and he said, yes, really, 3? It's really a special moment in the Olympic Games. This is my favorite, David Lama. When he was young, I think he was 9 years old. And it was in Grenoble when we won the first competition with our team. It was a really crazy and a cool moment. We are through. We're done. We are done. We're done.